Welcome stars. In this video we're going to look at Mars through the astrological signs. If you're an aspiring astrologer, then this is for you. We're going to explore natal Mars through each of the signs of the zodiac. We're going to be looking at how Mars will express itself through your chart with its energy, drive and focus. This is part of my beginner suite of astrology videos, and if you want to know about Mars and the houses, you can check out this video. And for those of you who don't know, my natal Mars is in Virgo, and if you want to share your Mars sign, you can place it below. If we've got any more Virgos, I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so let's have a closer look at Mars in the signs. Now I've listed the signs there in order from Aries all the way around to Pisces. So when Mars is in Aries, this is the position for Aries, and Aries is always red. Mars in Aries, there's the girl leaping from one mountain to another, not a care in the world. Mars in Aries people have high energy. They are always on the go. They are always up for spontaneous competition, which means that they will want to compete with people just at the drop of a hat. And people with Mars in Aries enjoy being courageous. They find a thrill in being courageous. And people with Mars in Aries, I always think of the gladiator from Rome, the confident gladiator ready for a fight at any moment, a fight, a competition, or some challenge or other. Let's have a look at Mars in Taurus. Mars in Taurus brings a practical energy to your life, where the energy expenditure is more towards practical things and bricks and mortar almost, I would like to say. When Mars is in Taurus, you are able to expend your energy over the long run. This is someone who enjoys a steady pace of life. This is more for someone who actually can almost drag out the Mars energy and keep it going longer. So Mars in Gemini. When Mars is in Gemini, you have high mental energy. This is someone who is likely to be a constant learner, reading books, knowing information, and fully aware of what's going on. Although now we have a variable drive because Gemini is a mutable sign. So there will be days when you have the energy to push through, and there will be days when you absolutely don't. This is a placement of someone who enjoys learning for learning's sake. It could be someone who actually turns into the perpetual student. So with Mars in Cancer, this is not a particularly well-placed Mars. Mars in Cancer is someone who has a lot of emotional energy. So this person will spend a lot of time laughing and a lot of time crying, and even sometimes both at the same time. People with Mars in Cancer are driven to gain security. So they are keen to create a home base, make sure that they are secure in their lives. Mars in Cancer enjoys domesticity. And honestly, I'm not sure if you need such a massive cleaver to chop a spring onion, but I'm sure people with Mars in Cancer do have a massive cleaver. Mars in Leo. So there she is. With Mars in Leo, you have creative energy. This is someone who is constantly creating things. Mars in Leo people are driven to be dramatic, as the woman in the photo. And they enjoy lighting the way for others, almost inspiring other people, and sometimes it can come across as being a little pushy. When Mars is in Virgo, people with Mars in Virgo are driven to serve. They are very comfortable in serving roles, helping others, being the backroom boys, the secretaries, the servers, and the assistants. Mars in Virgo exudes a practical energy, so the effort is made towards practical things as well. So people with Mars in Virgo enjoy being helpful. They're keen to help other people and to give assistance where necessary. Mars in Libra. People with Mars in Libra have high mental energy. They can often be intellectual and carry on conversations just to be social. This person is not short of things to say to the opposite sex. People with Mars and Libra are driven to be social and will reach out to you at all social gatherings. People with Mars in Libra enjoy cooperating with others, particularly their partner, and will actively make sure that the partner is happy as well. Mars in Scorpio. Now, Mars is well placed in Scorpio because it is its traditional ruling sign. So people with Mars in Scorpio are driven to probe. Now, this can be situations, conversations, hidden things that are going on to get to the truth of the matter. Maybe a little bit like Sherlock Holmes. Mars in Scorpio people have high all-round energy because the energy can be released in Mars when it's in Scorpio. People enjoy being perceptive when they have Mars in Scorpio. They like to be able to see what's going on and probe to find out the hidden meanings of all sorts of situations. Mars in Sagittarius. When Mars is in Sagittarius, the physical energy is high. It's a fire planet in a fire sign. This person is always on the go. They are driven to give advice. Now, sometimes Sagittarius could be considered a little tactless, and with Mars in Sagittarius, this person is likely to blurt out advice that may or may not be welcomed. But they are upbeat. They enjoy being optimistic, and anyone with Mars in Sagittarius will probably be the life and soul of the party. Mars in Capricorn. Now, Mars in Capricorn is well placed because it's in the sign of its exaltation, which means it can work effectively. People with Mars in Capricorn are driven to attain status in life. They want to rise above from whence they came. They have a practical and determined energy which will help them get where they're going. This person enjoys planning and time management. So the strategy of Mars can be brought to bear for Capricorn so they can do all of these three things and attain status in the world. Mars in Aquarius. People with Mars in Aquarius have high mental energy. They are likely to be chatty and want to interact with others. This is someone who enjoys independence and also independence within a group, but they are driven to seek the truth. People with Mars in Aquarius do not like other people who tell them lies. Mars in Pisces. People with Mars in Pisces are driven to find solutions. Now there can be some erratic emotional energy, and this means they could be happy in the morning, sad in the afternoon, exhilarated in the evening. So the emotional energy is high and erratic at the same time. People with Mars in Pisces enjoy using their intuition. You will find a lot of psychic workers, crystal ball readers will have Mars in Pisces. So there it is. We've looked at Mars through the signs from Aries to Pisces. I've given you some suggested ways of how these interpretations would go. If you want to know a little bit more about Mars, you can definitely look at the video I did previously on Mars through the houses. We do seem to be focusing on Mars quite a bit at the moment, and I'm trying to get the Mars suite of videos out. If you like this video, please consider giving me a like, subscribe, or share the link with anyone who would be interested. I'm Alison Price. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.